What is going on, my reefing fam? March here. This is Fragbox TV. Oh, this guy just dropped off the lids. What up, Stan? Our lids that for our tanks. We get them here made locally by that guy outside here. Made in Canada. Not too many products we can say that is true of, but this is one of them. This is the lids we make for our reef cast aquariums. Made in lovely Canada. Okay, that is not today's video. What's up, Mr. Diggs? You went for a little adventure, didn't you? I went to Halifax and you decided I'm going to go for a walk alone and then ended up at the Toronto Humane Society overnight. You like that? Did you have fun? Did you go see some doggies? Yeah, we got him back. Nobody wants a 12-year-old bulldog that farts and stinks and sleeps all day except me. I love you. Okay. It's 2 sidetracks. We're almost there. Okay, so anytime I'm doing a project in the shop, I like to pick up the camera because I think maybe someone out there can find what I'm doing useful. And today I am upgrading the flow on the farm that is connected to this tank in the basement. It's stuck on. It doesn't stop. I turn it off. It doesn't care. And it dumped all the calcium into the tank. Luckily, because there's some divine timing out there and God's always on my side, the tube that goes into it for some reason was pulled sort of, if this makes sense, was kind of pulled out, so it really could only dose a certain amount. So I got really lucky there without dumping all the calcium in. But as you can see, this thing doesn't turn off and Neptune's not really giving me any support. I've emailed them and they said there's really no reason it should be doing that. Well, I know there's no reason it should be doing that. I've been using Neptune products for over a decade. They're programmed correctly. I have many dose units in the store. This is not a shit on dose video, but that's what it's becoming right now. There's a couple other ones. I'm well versed with this stuff. I must have sold 1,000 units by now. I know that it shouldn't be on, guys, but we'll see if they're gonna send me a new one or fix it, or I really don't know. But in other news, we have a Hydros controller coming here because I want to try something different, and I'm less than thrilled with the service that I'm getting, and there is a new kid on the block, so I want to see what the Hydros is about and we'll give them a shot. I'm not going to set up another $400 doser. We'll try them out, but anyways, that's for another video. So I'm going to be adding these to the return lines. These are the Random Flow Generators from Vivid Creative Aquatics, that's a mouthful, in the US. And what they do, without any moving parts, these little magical inventions, they will change the direction of the flow every couple seconds, just the way that they're designed. These, I think they're called adductors that are on the end. They're pretty cool, and I kind of go through these like upgrade moods in the store. Like I'll go through like a fragging mood where all I'll do one week is frag corals, and then like a cleaning mood, and then right now I'm in my upgrade mood. So I'm really focusing a lot on this tank. We just did that video cleaning up the cyano on the sand bed, and now I want to get the flow going. You downstairs, and like I said, anytime I'm doing a project, oh, I'm gonna need you. Anytime I'm doing a project, I pick up the camera. And I like to start recording, but I usually remember kind of halfway through, so I've slowly begun down here, and I'm changing the pump out because you need just a little bit more flow for these things to work properly on the one that I'm using, which is going to be a dual, this one here, which is a dual 3/4 inch, and they're going to stick on my new return line here. I just cut the old one out. It wants 700 gallons per hour, so the old pump was about 4 years old. It wasn't cranking the way it used to, so I'm going to take this opportunity to put a brand new VCA 3.0 return pump, made in Italy, comes with a 5-year warranty. This is my preferred brand of pump, basically for any purpose. I really like them, not because I'm Italian and because it's made in Italy, but because 5-year warranty, which is crazy, and they really last that long. Like you probably won't even use the warranty, so I'm going with the 3.0 here. And like I said, I already cut out the plumbing with my trusty Milwaukee. Everything I own is Milwaukee, except for maybe one brad nailer. This is a great plumbing tool. I already chopped it up because the first plumbing that I had set up here, I can show you on my 1/2 inch line. I run 2 pumps on just about every tank that I ever run. Why do I run 2 pumps? Because if one stops, you guessed it, the other one is still running. So the pump really is like the heart of the system if you think about it. If we use like an anatomy analogy, the pump is like the heart and the water's like the blood. What happens if the heart stops? We're in big trouble. So we're going to lose circulation. We're not going to have heat because my heaters are down in the sub. The skimmer's down there. It's not good. So because I've had pumps stop in the past, and because everything in saltwater eventually is going to stop. Everything has a life expectancy, and in saltwater the hardware tends to be a little bit shorter. The salt is just kind of corrosive. It's the nature of the beast. The pump's going to stop one day, and I really like to have two. Okay, that's my long-winded answer on why there's tool returns. This one is a VCA 1.0 right now, and what the mistake I made is I just glued all of my 1/2-inch Schedule 40 PVC together without any unions. So now when I'm going to change my pumps, it's all kind of like it's fixed. I really can't take it, it's all built in. So on this one, what I've done is gone to Lowe's, which is now called Rona in Canada. They got bought out. You can find a surprising amount of plumbing parts at Lowe's or Rona. So I got everything I needed for 20 bucks. I got 2 3/4-inch Schedule 40 PVC. Ta-da! Not union valve, sorry. This is called a, it's escaping me. What's this called? Comment below. My brain's not working. You know what it is. This is to take your pipes apart. And then I got a couple odd little bits. Now, in order to get this VCA over here, this thing to sit nicely in the tank and work, I need to get to a lock line fitting. When I'm doing plumbing, sometimes I like to build it out on the floor just to help me visualize it. So this is what I'm trying to get to. And I need a lock line piece to get that to work. And in order to get to this lock line, I have this nifty 3/4-inch threaded piece. And that is going to fit into this 3/4-inch threaded piece. Ta-da! Ta-da! And there you go. With those little itty-bitty pieces, I'm going to go from a pipe to a thread, and then from a thread into this, and then from this into this, and then if all works out well, I'm going to end up with 2 lines instead of 1. My old one was just a single line, so I'm going to have 2. I'm going to do another 2 there, so I'm going to have 4 return lines with lots of random flow being created by, like I said, the random flow generator on the end, and I'm going to have an appropriate size pump. The other issue that I had, I'm having an issue with this Neptune dose. So this thing stays stuck on, which is really, really not good. Let me show you what I mean. If I plug it in to my doser, it actually dumped all my calcium into the tank. So I'm just going to put in the, ta-da, check it out. The thing is dosing. I turn it off from my apex. Only way I get this to stop dosing is killing the power, and then it stops. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plumb this piece in, and then I'll pick up the camera again and I'll show you what I come up with. Alrighty, it's all done. And just moment of truth, I got to turn it on. Let me show you what I did with the plumbing. I didn't want to bore you with cutting and gluing pipes. I've done so many videos on plumbing, and that's not really what today's video is about, but I did a simple 90-90-90 to get back in the tank and over the glass. This is just regular 3/4-inch pipe. I have my new union, haha, that's what it's called, because it's a union. It brings them together, people, husband and wife, all of the niceness, union, and then sometimes divorce. You open it and it becomes 2. Okay, anyways, we're getting a little carried away here. So another 90, then over on this side to our brand spanking new VCA 3.0 return pump. And then that goes all the way over to our mini electrical cabinet over here. This is our farm system in the basement, if you don't know what I'm working on, and it looks a little bit different than some of the other videos we've done on the channel. This is where we grow a lot of the corals that we sell in the shop. But I don't bring you guys down here too often. This is my messy electrical cabinet, which I'm about to organize and work on. So you always hear me say in the videos, don't do this. And do as I say, don't do as I do. This is not good. It is good that it's in a cabinet. It's above the ground, it's elevated. If there is a flood, God forbid, it's probably not going to get wet, but I can do a better job than this. So I have to just, sometimes it's hard running the business and taking care of the corals and customers and trying to start an aquarium line on the side while managing a life and spending time with my girlfriend. So sometimes these things kind of go on the back burner, and when I find a moment, that's when I will take the time to do it properly. Friend over Than at Tidal Garden says the best kind of perfect is done. So sometimes I just got to get it done, and then I go back and make it a lot nicer. So anyways, that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and plug this puppy in. This should be the right one. Da-da-da. And oh, I can tell already a lot more flow coming out of there. I have to, that was a little bit of an oversight. So I have here a little hole drilled sort of as a form of a check valve, so that if the pump stops, it'll break the siphon. But now that the pump is so strong, look how it's spraying water out. So maybe I should just install a proper check valve on this. A little bit of oversight, but you know what? A day at a time. And the cool thing is now I can direct the flow where I want it to go, and I have a lot more control. And I'm just going to keep on working on this tank, and I hope that you found today's video useful in some way. If you got any questions about the VCA or saltwater aquariums in general, you can always hit us up, comment below, email us, all that fun stuff. We'll see you back here on the next episode of Fragbox TV. Bye for now.